All right, everybody. This is Abe Corman. I'm back with another Kodachrome session. Sorry it's been so long. Turns out it takes a lot of time to make these videos. So here we are back with another Kodachrome session. We have 20 cases today. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip through them real quick so you can just pause and think about what the differential diagnosis that you're generating in your mind is, and then I'll go back through my approach in terms of how to attack these. So all these Kodachromes are mine unless otherwise stated. So first case, and I'm just going to blow through these so because you can pause them on the video, and I want you to think about it in two ways. The first thing I want you to do is when the Kodachrome pops up, I want you to take the first blush impression and just say what it is in your head. Just say it out loud. I think this is, whatever, eczema, psoriasis, etc., and just say it. Then I want you to go through a formal kind of attack pattern or attack process for determining whether what you think in your gestalt matches what your attack pattern is. So, for example, if you say something psoriasis and then you say, well, then it actually looks like it's a dermal inflammatory process, those don't match up. Whereas if you say it looks like psoriasis and this looks epidermal, papulosquamous, then those fit, and then you can see that you're probably in the right family. All right, so let's leaf through. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Again, just stop it as you go. All right, so first case, you have on the trunk here well demarcated oval pink plaques with central duskiness. And so this is fixed drug eruption. Probably a lot of you got that from just pattern recognition, overall gestalt. There's not many inflammatory diseases where you're going to get super well defined oval to circular patches on the trunk like this. It's almost always fixed drug. And again, you can get this from gestalt and having seen it before, but then going through the thought process that we reviewed in a separate video in terms of how to put the pathology in a certain area of the skin and whether it's inflammatory, neoplastic, or depositional will also match this. You see there's absolutely no epidermal change. It's completely flat. There's no erosions. There's no scale. There's no crusting, so you know it's dermal. You see pink to purple, so you know it's inflammatory. Duskiness like this usually means that there's interface damage. So you have a dermal inflammatory process that's causing interface damage with well demarcated plaques, and really nothing else but fixed drug eruption is going to cause that. This next case here, probably a little bit more difficult. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to get an immediate blush impression, but you can think about it. What you're seeing here, if you look at this area, is a well demarcated red, but mostly brown, bound down looking plaque. So if you look at normal skin, as you go into this plaque, you can see that this area looks bound down. And we don't have the benefit of putting our hands on it, but even from photography, we can see that this is likely a sclerotic process. So you go from normal skin to this area that looks reddish brown and tough. You can see here that there's a little bit of wrinkling of the skin, which gives you some type of indication that there's atrophy here. So if you have a bound down process on the skin, that means you're in a sclerosing dermatitis. What's happening is you're having collagen laid down, excess amounts of ropey collagen laid down within the dermis that's replacing a nexal structure. So you get these firm lesions because there's so much collagen, and then they're usually alopecia. They don't have any hair. They often lack feeling because things like hair follicles and nerve fibers and nerve bundles are displaced. So putting that all together, if you have an oval, well-demarcated sclerotic plaque on the trunk of a patient, it's most likely going to be morphia, and that's what this is. This is plaque type morphia. And one of the keys from just getting this from photography in a Kodachrome session is just look at the shininess that you can see, look at the wrinkling of the skin you can see, and that gives you indication that the process underneath the skin in the dermis has actually been modified. This next case is a harder one, but I did like this because I feel like this is pretty emblematic of what this process usually looks like. So this is the axilla. This is the right axilla, and you have this almost reticulated, stippled pink rash here and an arcuate array within the